Hi, I'm Allison Fannin with 235 Designs. We want to show you guys the Watson house. The homeowner stated that they wanted a pretty modern and clean interior, and we did that with the cabinet panels by keeping them flat, and there's not a lot of detail on them. Our finishes, such as the flooring and the tile, are all the same color. Everything is very neutral and white. We did a tone-on-tone cabinet color just to warm it up a tiny bit, but we brought in warmth by using gold finishes instead of chrome. And it kind of helped it not feel super cold in here. And our light fixtures are black and gold and just a mixture of everything to make it their custom home just for them. We kept everything really neutral on the finish out, but we brought in texture and warmth with our furnishings to make it feel like their own space, a place that they can call home and very inviting. They have 2 little girls and we wanted it to be super cozy and relaxing just for them. In Derek and Kendra's bedroom, we wanted to pull in something that was just for them, a place that they could go to and disappear from having 2 cute little girls and the stresses of their everyday job. The flooring is the same that's throughout the house, same finish out, same paint colors, kept it neutral everywhere, but I wanted to pull in a bit of contrast in this space just for them. I like high contrast. I think it creates visual interest in the space and it's different. I use black a lot. I think it's really bold. A lot of people are scared of it and you don't need to be scared of it at all. I pulled in a black rug with a creamy velvet color bed, something that's pretty classic, not too crazy, not too modern, not too low for them, something that will last literally for forever. I pulled in some black bedding, kept it neutral, but created, again, that contrast, that deep visual stimulation in it, and then pops of green. I think green is a good classic color. I love a good saturated color, and I think it pulls in your eye to that bed. From their master bedroom, you can go out to the pool. We put in a sliding unit, which they're super lucky to have. So we decided to throw in a lounger in the corner so they can both sit over here and not feel forced to sit on the bed to see their girls outside. Just a place for them to relax at the end of the day. Pulled in some textured pillows that are bright colors and patterns and added some weight over in that corner, and along with the green and cream throw just to finish off this space. In Reese's room, they only gave us one little piece to go off of because they wanted to be surprised, and showed us a picture of some artwork that she liked, and it was just scattered prints. And so we literally went off of that. She's an incoming freshman. I think she's 15. And so we printed off just a mixed thing of prints and just got after it and literally started. That was our starting point, and pulled in the bed and textures and warmth. We wanted it to be relaxed and comfortable for her friends. Pulled in a ton of pillows by the window seat so that she could just hang out. She has a small desk for workspace if she wants to do homework in there or in her bed, but we wanted it where she could have her friends over and just be super relaxed. We brought in some color and texture with a lot of colorful art books and sneaker books. I'm a huge Tennessee fan. They're collector's items. If she doesn't want them, I'm gonna get them after they move. We did record players. She loves Taylor Swift, so we pulled in some albums and brought in some magazines, but did texture with lamps and rugs. Kept her colors fairly neutral with some sage greens and grays, and kept it soft in here so it can grow with her and hopefully last till she graduates from high school. In Asher's room, she had one request. She's 5 and she wanted rainbow bedding. That really threw me for a loop. I've never done rainbow bedding before, so we found some ombre rainbow bedding. It's pastel, it's soft, it's not in your face, but it's still wool. She still loves it. We used a pink velvet bed to pull in some girly tones. She's feisty, she's 5, she's funky, she's very charismatic, so we wanted it to really go towards her. We used fun artwork in there, some teal, some bright colors, but we left her a ton of floor space so that she can continue to play and not feel like she's pushed out of her own room. Her artwork in her bathroom is some of my favorite artwork. It's just fun and unique for her. We pulled in some texture, but we kept it a little bit neutral, but brought in some pastel colors just for her. She's very girly and we wanted it to feel like home and feel comfortable for her. Her bookshelves, we brought in some of her artwork and kept her crayons and stuff so that she can make that space her own. In the living room, we wanted it to be pretty cozy. As soon as you walk into the glass front doors, you can see directly into the living room out to the swimming pool. So we wanted to create a lot of texture and visual stimulation basically for whoever comes into their house. It's neutral, it flows into the kitchen, so everything is pretty much consistent with the finish out. But on the furniture and the decor, we brought in a lot of texture, a lot of color, something for your eye to land on almost in every space. Starting with the fireplace, we did a ledger board stone, and we decided to run it vertically just to make the fireplace feel taller, and it's just more of a modern look for their space. It matches, it flows very well. On the coffee table, we brought in a lot of texture, a lot of color, like the rest of the house. But there is something just very interesting to look at almost on every corner on the coffee table, from the wooden beads to the large art book that's open. The ceiling in the living room, we decided to do a box ceiling but in reverse and bring it down instead of going up like a normal tray ceiling does for more of a contemporary look. In the dining room, it was different. We wanted it to just blend in and flow but really identify it since it's literally in the center of the living room and the kitchen. We did a wood table in there, but it's more in the gray family just so that it just didn't disappear with everything else, and black leather chairs. It finishes off with gold feet, kind of warms it up so it's not too harsh, and there's a brass inlay on the top of the table. But we wanted to warm up that space just a little bit more and it not disappear, so we did a black wooden bowl on top with some mixture of wooden beads to bring in texture, but I really wanted to keep that table clean. That way it didn't feel just junky and kind of like the living room, it just keeps flowing right into the kitchen. Derek, he is actually a cabinet builder. He's one that I use, but he also is a custom home builder. So they had approached me and said that they were starting their own personal house, and I knew that this would be awesome. I like their personal style, and he's a creative person, and I knew it would flow really, really well together. So he just took over the cabinet part. We talked about the design a little bit, but the craftsmanship is amazing in the kitchen and the rest of the house, and the trim work and everything.
One thing we try to do is we try to come up with different things that we can do in houses as far as cabinets go. We do a lot of different styles. We try to stay ahead of the trend. So in here, we've done more of a, what you would call a contemporary, more of a Euro style cabinetry. Very happy with how it turned out. This is something that we haven't done yet as far as paneling and everything goes with the Euro style, but I'm really excited how it turned out. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to tour our house with us. I'd very much like to thank Allison Fanning at 235 Designs for the amazing job that she did in here. We couldn't be more pleased and ecstatic with our new home.